What is up, Nerd Nation? It's your boy Hunter here from Film Nerd TV, and we are doing our Riverdale review, Season 2, Episode 1, A Kiss Before Dying. I'm joined today by two great guys. We'll start off with Jeremy Adams. The Adam is here. How's it going, Jeremy?
Oh, it's going great. I'm so glad to be on here talking about a TV show that I love. This is new for me.
Nice. And we have Chance the Titan Ellison. What's going on, Chance?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, it's my first foray into recap shows, and I'm super excited to be here because I'm a bigger fan of this show than I thought I'd be.
Same. Okay, so by talking about our thoughts on Season 1, which I thought. So let's start off with Jeremy's overall thoughts of Season 1, and then we'll go into talking about pros and cons for Season 2, Episode 1. Jeremy?
All right, well, for my entire life, a little bit of a guilty pleasure that I always had was I've always loved Archie comics because my dad had read them as a kid, and he actually had old Archie comics from the 60s and 70s. So they were kind of like a prized possession. So I've just always had a soft spot for them. And even up to now, I've read them, and now I get to read the new versions of Archie. They've updated the comic to my stepson.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, it's always been something cool that I've enjoyed. So when I heard about this show, I was really interested. And, I was a little concerned because I thought, they're going to try to make it all dark and edgy and all that stuff. But I think it really walks the fine line of being true to the characters. These are recognizably those characters, but it is a good soap opera, and it's fun, and all the actors are good, and it's pretty sexy. and I really like Season 1. I wasn't crazy about the Miss Grundy stuff early on, but once they kind of got out of that whole storyline and it got really into the Blossoms, I thought the season last few episodes really were firing on all cylinders. And of course it had a great ending moment there to hook us into Season 2, which is what these shows always have to do. So I really love it.
All right, Chance, thoughts on Season 1?
Yeah, like Jeremy, I was a huge fan of Archie comics growing up. And so, in addition to Marvel and DC and all that, Archie comics I read a lot of. And so when I heard about this Riverdale show, I'm like, okay, well, with Archie, he did cross over with the Predator at one point, so there's possibilities. I saw the trailer, I'm like, that. Me and my mom saw the trailer, and we're like, that looks like absolute crap. And then I thought, okay, this is either going to be good or it's going to be terrible or both. And it's both. First Season 1, I saw Season 1, I was like, okay, this show is 85% good and 15% terrible, which is a ratio I can live with. I really dig Season 1. It's engaging. It's way more hooking than I thought it'd be. I'm invested in, and I'm a genuine fan of the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. Now on to me, unlike you guys, I did not grow up reading Archie comics. So I went in there completely blind. I know about the Archie characters, Veronica and all them, but I wasn't hooked on the comics or anything like that. So I went into the show with open eyes, and I loved it. One thing that keeps me drawing me back in every episode is trying to find out who in Season 1 who killed Jason. I would always come up with theories, and week by week, all my suspects were completely innocent, and I love the mystery, trying to guess who did it, and the drama did get really teen soap opera-ish, but to me, but to me, it didn't weigh down the show at all. It was always focused on the death of Jason and who did it, which is why I keep coming back episode after episode.
I'm still a little mad that I was completely convinced on who killed him and I was wrong.
Yeah, same.
No, yeah, I was talking to my friend Kyle the other day where it's every time the show tries to make you think oh yeah, this is it, and then the show's no, it's actually much more complicated.
Rips the carpet right above you.
Did you guys have a prime suspect? Because I sure
who killed Jason? Jason Blossoms?
Yes.
I had a few.
I had one.
Who would you think it was?
I was absolutely convinced that it was Betty's sister.
Oh, Polly?
Convinced.
Yeah,
So did I. I thought it was Polly's, and I still don't trust her.
I'm still
no one
shocked.
trusts Polly.
When that camera cut and it showed his dad, I was like, I don't believe it right now. I was so convinced it was her.
Yeah. See,
So,
another one of mine was I actually thought Cheryl did it
yeah, I thought Cheryl was a possibility, but
because she was the last one to see
They need-
her.
They need more time to build her crazy.
True, and they certainly should have said that this episode.
We'll get to that in a second, but yeah, like she goes from 0 to 100
Oh, yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into our pros for tonight's episode or Wednesday's episode.
Well, do we want to do like a recap first, like of like what happened?
Yeah, we can go over what happened in the show.
Okay.
So, pretty much season one ended off with Archie's dad Fred getting shot, and on season 2 opens up with Archie rushing into the hospital, and just most of the episode takes place in the hospital as well. And it's just, is Archie's dad going to die? Is he alive? Of course, we know he wakes up at the end of the episode. So thoughts on this opening montage of seeing like Archie driving him to the hospital and just like the whole hospital area in general.
I thought it was really well done. I mean, that was probably the emotional story that I invested in the most in season 1 was I just was blown away by how great Luke Perry is in the show.
Oh,
and
he's so good. He's so good on the
he
show.
was really the emotional heart of the series in season 1. So I thought, we were invested in those moments, and they were very well done. And just the race against time and everything. And, I know they've struggled a little bit to make Archie's character kind of, have dimensional. And it's moments like this where, you really do connect to him as a character and the desperation in that moment. And then, I won't get too far ahead, but the guilt that he feels later on, it's probably the most that I've related to him, probably, because that relationship is so well defined.
Oh yeah, Chance?
Yeah, as far as like the whole hospital sequence goes, I thought this episode was really well done overall, especially the scenes with Archie and his dad. I really like the whole like dream sequences, like him with all these moments.
Yeah. Those are cool.
But like everyone ends with him getting shot again. But although there are 2 things I will call like BS on. One, he's having like a vision of like Archie and Veronica's wedding. I'm sorry, Veronica is not letting herself have a Scottish wedding. That's not gonna happen. Another thing
that was
is,
his
like,
little fantasy.
Yeah, I know. That was strange. I'm like, why? What? And Pops is officiating it. It's like, why?
Yeah,
that
was
another thing I found like weird is like Archie driving like a maniac, and like Jughead's like even more unbelievable. The truck there without a scratch. I'm like, I even said out loud, I'm like, yeah. How does that happen?
Yeah, because technically Archie still does not have his license, so
He's not have a license. You're driving like a freaking maniac. I'm like, you got at least 1 scratch on that car.
one long ass scratch on the hood of the car. Yeah. See, I love this opening. I was shot with the kind of the shaky cam aspect of it, with the camera panning over and as the car's going down the street. I love the emotional, as you guys were saying, between Archie and his dad, which has always been, since season 1, the story related to most.
Yeah.
You're growing up as a teen, you're going to have this fight with your dad, but at the end of the day, you really know that they care about each other.
Yeah.
So let's go over some of the pros. I'll start with one. I like how this episode set up the entire season.
Yeah.
Where, we they set up a lot of like, oh, maybe it could be him, maybe it could be them. It's like it's having me give out theories that I would never expect to be, which I love. And just the way that it's set up the entire season, that's going to come is like a lot of people say that it's slow, but this episode needed to be slow because of where the first season ended off. And this was a good way to, all right, season 2, this is our mystery, and these are our suspects right now.
Yeah.
Do you have?
Well, I mean, there's a lot I liked in the episode. Another big cliffhanger that we had from season 2 was Jughead's involvement with the serpents, and
That's coming later.
Yeah. Are we talking about cons for the episode? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Pros. I mean pros. Yeah, pros.
This is pros.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that I really love Cole Sprouse's performance. That's always been one of my favorite things, and I love the conflict that he's having with his identity. And again, my second favorite, performance next to Luke Perry's was Skeet Ulrich's. I thought he was great in season 1.
Skeet is amazing on the show.
Yeah, and you really feel his presence even though he's not in the episode, and how Jughead is kind of carrying him, and trying to deal with that and who he is. So I like that part of the episode too, and the ending where they have the guy beat up in his trailer is pretty awesome. I thought that was a cool moment. And it was like,
and you're I don't think Cole Sprouse knew what was happening in that scene, because he looked like genuinely shocked. He was like, what the hell?
And Betty's all worried that he's going to get into trouble. And you're like, Betty's giving him all these warnings, and you're thinking, oh, maybe there will be some problems in episode 5 or 6. Maybe he is going to end up getting hot water. And then 5 minutes later, this happens. That's kind of what Riverdale does, I guess.
Yep. Yes. Any positives for you? Yep,
my pros?
Your pros.
There's a lot I really liked in the episode. First thing I could think of was I had a lingering question after season 1, and it was not who shot Archie's dad. It was did Betty and Jughead actually have sex?
Yeah.
And they answered that. It's actually no. Another thing I liked in this episode was
Archie and Veronica in the shower, however.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a pro, because Camila Mendes is now.
No.
Both Betty and Veronica are woman crushes of mine.
I have a favorite.
Another pro I have is all the dream sequences that Luke Perry had. It's very reminiscent of Twin Peaks, which this show draws a lot of comparisons from. I thought that was a nice, fun little nod.
Yep.
A really great nod. I don't know if you picked it up on this, Jeremy. When Jughead was talking in the hospital about Archie's heroic doings, he called him Pure Heart.
Yeah.
Pure Heart. Pure Heart, the powerful.
Yeah,
and
classic,
that was that's a great nod to the Archie comics.
Yeah, the old classic Archie comics where he would have that superhero identity. That was great.
Where he was a superhero. I'm like, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Another two my favorite moments were character moments. One was with Cheryl with her mom in the bed. I'm like,
that was an awesome scene.
She goes 0 to 100 real quick. She
shut that shit down.
Don't you kind of think it was well deserved though? I mean, I'm not saying
it was bad.
It's horrible.
It was definitely well deserved.
That coming.
Yeah, she did absolutely, and I'm not saying it wasn't earned. I'm just saying, damn.
Yeah.
And the last pro I'll throw out is the most Jughead moment of this entire show. It's when Betty and Jughead go back to Pops. Yeah, no, it's because Pops is like, "Hey, you kids hungry?" Betty's like, "No," and Jughead's like, "Yeah." That is the most Jughead thing I've seen.
Yeah, I love it when they do that. Every once in a while, they do that where he's eating a lot, and I like that because that's really who his character is supposed to be.
I would have given up. When this show started, we didn't see him eating. I was just like, "Oh God, please say he's not a vegan. If he's a vegan, I will quit the show."
That was a running joke. I was like, "Oh look, burger. Oh wait, it's a veggie burger."
He looks like he would be a vegan, but thank God he's not, because we need that burger eating Jughead.
Well, Jughead was always thin, so
yeah, he was. Which that's like the comics though. I swear he has tapeworms. He eats that many burgers. You don't gain weight. That is tapeworms.
Well, I have to tell you, fans, such people exist, because that would be me.
Right.
I eat like a pig and never just crazy metabolism. So I've always identified with Jughead. Hey, what are you inferring?
Another pro I have is the the chat between Veronica and Archie after the shower scene.
That was a good moment.
Oh yeah, that was a good moment.
Where Archie's
I would have been really
leave.
angry if she walked out. I was like, she better not walk out. She better not walk out because every stupid show does that. And I'm so sick of it.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about
Yeah.
And then she turns around and she's like, "I'm not leaving you in your time of need." I was like, "That's some good chemistry, and that's a good way to take it."
Yeah, it's like don't do that stupid trope where she actually leaves and then no, she didn't, which I give props for. Can you talk about I was thinking about the introduction of Hiram Lodge, where that's like that is like so like mustache twirly villain where he's just like sitting in a room, face covered in shadow. Like
speaking of Hiram,
he looks like Dr. Claw.
Her dad is evil Ricardo Montalban.
Yeah.
Right? As soon as he showed up, I'm like, Mark Consuelos! And then like it's like, oh, it's evil Mark Consuelos.
I expected him to say, Veronica, from hell's heart I stabbeth thee.
Am I the only one who, like, through season 1 was expecting Hiram to be like the big Kingpin type character, like the big bulgy muscle guy?
No.
Well, he essentially is, because Marcus Wells is in good shape.
Yeah.
Marcus Wells is that.
Well, no, like I'm talking about like Kingpin and Daredevil season 1.
Oh, like, get like The Rock.
Yeah, like The Rock's like they're just like fucking rock bottom people in here, man.
Jesus Christ. I think like if you had someone that size with the woman who plays Veronica's mother, whose name escapes me, that guy would crush her.
Marisol Nichols.
Because Marisol Nichols is a tiny woman.
Yeah.
And like, you put her with someone like Kingpin-esque, like she's gonna get crushed.
One of the best lines, speaking of her mom, one of the best lines is when Veronica blames her mom for the shit.
Oh yeah.
And she goes, "I should slap you for this, but I'm not a violent person."
That was good.
Nice.
That was a sick burn.
That was a sick burns. Sick burns.
That was such a great line.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go into some of our negatives of the show. I've got one. Is one that didn't really make sense to me is why would the fucking cop show Archie the fucking lineup when he's like, one, his dad just got shot, and two, he's an emotional wreck right now.
Well, you gotta close the case. Like that's.
Yeah, but at least give him some time to heal up and then be like, oh, this is what I remember.
And even worse, why wasn't Pop's crime scene? He's just making him mop up the blood and stuff?
That's right.
There's no caution tape? There's nothing?
Pop, handle this one.
It's okay. We took a couple pictures. We're good. Go ahead and clean it up.
Go ahead and clean up the evidence.
You got this, right? Yeah, you got it.
You're good.
Oh, my God.
All right, Jeremy, some negative.
His wallet might still be here. I mean, the police canvassed his place, but who knows? Maybe they're only here for 2 minutes, so I don't know.
If anything happens, blame Pops.
Oh, geez.
Pops did it.
Pops did it. Pops the killer.
Pops the killer.
Better freaking not be. I'll be pissed.
I'm still trying
to get over what they did to Chuck Clayton. I mean, I'm trying not to be like too hung up on the comics.
That's saddened me.
Woo!
Yeah, but I mean, they're faithful. They're really faithful to the characters a lot of times, and then
except Chuck Clayton. Clayton.
And I would still fire Hiram Lodge too, but whatever. I'll give them some license on that because they need a villain.
Yeah,
Hiram Lodge will go past it, but Chuck Clayton, like, he's the character I identify.
Yeah.
Did we lose him?
With like he's like not gonna be a crook. I cut out my computer plug, but like what I was saying about Chuck Clayton, like I identify with him because like he's like I'm not gonna be affected by the status quo just because I'm of a different color. Like, and plus like there were no brothers around Riverdale before Chuck Clayton came along.
True.
And like a thug or anything, I'm gonna be. You want to be an artist, which I resonated with, and then like no, all that's out the window in Riverdale, which saddens me a little bit.
I mean, those characters were brought into the comics in the 70s. I mean, it was kind of a big deal with Coach Clayton and Chuck.
When Chuck Clayton shows up.
Yeah.
Even when the show started, I'm like, Chuck Clayton's still gonna be the only brother running around this place.
Yeah. But
except now you got four. You got four. You got Chuck Clayton. You got Coach Clayton.
And
you got the mayor, which Robin Givens, which I think is amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pops, which I think you didn't need to change Pops' race because every time I see him, I think Chef.
Yeah.
But then all the Pussycats. I mean, I give them credit.
All
for
the Pussycats.
Yeah, Josie the Pussycat.
Yeah.
Which they're kind of. Can we talk about that? That was one of my least favorite moments of this show. Segue.
Yeah, that was cheesy.
Yeah, like when they just like everything just stops for the Josie the Pussycat's entrance.
Yep, everything just stops.
I'm like, I forgot you were here.
Yeah.
And by the way, are they just like connected telepathically, where they're just standing there and they're all like talking together? It's so cheesy. It's so like oddly staged. We are the Pussycats. We feel bad for you. Yes, we do.
Yeah, we are the Pussycats. We feel bad
We
for
are
you.
the Pussycats. Another like Jughead. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Well, I was saying another great Jughead moment was when he walks in the hospital while they're talking. He's like, "Burgers for everyone." He just brings in the whole thing of Pop's burgers.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I got the blood cleaned up on, and now I made 50 burgers. Everything's good.
Yeah, like you cook like a shit ton of food after cleaning blood. You don't think send Pops home. Send him home, damn it.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Getting like the raw end of Riverdale. even like he's giving his monologue, you're just like, I see the angel of death coming to Riverdale, and like Jughead's like, yeah, whatever, Pops.
Pops is crazy.
Yeah.
And then
do I give my con?
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to say this without sounding like a jerk, but I was really kind of hoping they would kill Archie's dad. I mean, I love the character and he's awesome, but I thought that would have like really changed the show in a deep way and really brought stakes instead of it just feeling like every other show where, oh, is he dead? Is he dead? Oh, he's not. He's going to be okay. And we're not going to get rid of our actor. You know, I thought it would have been like a good Game of Thrones moment for the show where it would have really could have changed things up. And at the very least, like, keep it going a little while longer. Like, he's already going home at the end of, or something.
That would have been worse. Coma would have been worse.
Or just a difficult recovery that made, more guilt for Archie, like, over time. But now it's just like he's home already. And it was like, I just feel like it's a cheat when they do that in shows. And, oh, is he dead? And then in the next 2 episodes later, he's home and everything's fine. I'm just getting tired of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll be happy that Luke Perry's still in the show because he's awesome. But I don't know. I just feel like it was a little bit of a missed opportunity there.
Yeah, but I kind of knew that they weren't going to kill Luke Perry just because, it's Luke freaking Perry. He's TV royalty. Yeah. You're not going to kill him off after one season. Unless you're really ballsy or you're Game of Thrones.
Yeah. They could have had an uncle played by Jason Priestley, though. I mean, come on.
Ooh, that would be sweet. I wanted to bring in Vanderbeek on the show.
Yeah.
All right, Chance, a negative of yours?
A negative of mine. It's the biggest negative episode for me is it's the end.
Really?
So for those of you who haven't seen it, like Grundy comes back, and then after like 30 seconds she dies. Which I've always had a problem with Grundy in general, just because like she was completely superfluous to the entire first season. You could cut her out, and the season would be virtually no difference. And
she made us like Archie less. All she did was make Archie less relatable.
And she's there for like 4 or 5 episodes, and then she's gone. Yeah. And then okay, maybe she'll play a bigger part in later seasons. And I saw his name, so I'm like, okay, you're right. I'm like, you're proving me wrong. She's coming back bigger, and then nope, she's dead.
She died.
Which makes me think like, why was Grundy in the show in the first place? Like you don't need her. You didn't need her.
Let me
Yeah, I actually disagree, but we can get into it.
Yeah, let me say something real quick. I actually feel like that was a smart thing to do because now it doesn't feel just like a random killing. Because if you look at it now, because everyone's thinking, oh, maybe it was something that the dad did that maybe caused this. But now we know it's someone targeting the people that Archie loved. Like, he had that big relationship with Grundy, and now she's dead. And now he went after his dad, but his dad lived. So it's like, all right, it's someone who's connected to Archie, and it makes it even more seem like a smaller world now. Instead of just like a random, robbery or is to me it gave more motive of like, oh, who could it be in the long run?
But like, you could have killed someone. You could have killed someone different though. Like kill like a friend of his, or
I thought it was kind of cool. I gotta say.
I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, it was a good plot device, but like, it makes Grundy's involvement in the show kind of a waste in my opinion.
Well, here's the thing: they knew that the character was a mistake. I mean, because they dropped her halfway through the season, and
exactly.
But then do you just ignore it and pretend that it never happened, or do you?
I mean, don't ignore it, but like bring her back in like a bigger way. Like,
I think the character was too inherently flawed that if they brought her back, it would have just caused more problems. So I thought this was kind of a cool thing. Like, yeah, that was a mistake, and now she's dead, and now the mystery of how she was killed is going to mean more to the show than she actually did, which I think is kind of clever.
I just didn't like Grundy to begin with because like she seems superfluous to the show.
And that's why I loved seeing her die.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I thought like they could improve that in season two.
And if I can wax philosophical, they're killing the bad things of season 1 so that they can move on to the good things of season 2.
They're killing the bad things.
It's a metaphorical moment for the show.
Yeah, they're killing Grundy. Next week they're gonna kill the Ethel episode.
Oh my god, I like Ethel.
Not more.
Ethel's great.
All right, so I have one more con, and that was the whole Jughead and Serpent storyline.
Really?
You didn't like it as much as I did then.
Well,
I was like
one of my pros.
See, I like it, but at a point when it starts changing the Jughead character, that's when it starts getting like a little iffy to me. I mean, I like that Jughead is now going down that path of like maybe he's good, maybe he's like doing bad things for the good reasons. But again, it's just we have people like that already. And I feel like Jughead in season 1 was always like, I don't want any part of the serpents because of what it led my dad to be. And now he's like, it seems like he's trying to join them, which is kind of complete opposite of what he was trying to do in season 1.
I don't think he's trying to join them. I think he's just like, he knows where he is, and like, kind of like he was like, let me talk to Serpent, see what I can find out. Because like now he has like ties to the criminal underworld, and now like he can. It's kind of like a resource to them now.
Yeah.
It's also a way of the show commenting on like social class. And these people in town that are a little lower on the social economic, and it's like a lot of times crime kind of goes hand in hand with that. And these people aren't intentionally criminals, but it's just like
just where they end up.
These injustices of society kind of make this stuff happen. And I think it's cool that one of the kids represents that. They're not just all these upper crust white kids. Like one of them actually has to struggle with where he comes from and his economic background. And I think Jughead was probably the right choice. If he's like, carrying a switchblade and stuff, then I'm going to be pissed. But, if they can just kind of keep it from going over that line. Yeah, if they can keep it from going over that line, I think it is kind of an interesting thing in the show for me.
Yeah, again, that was just a very nitpick of mine. It didn't ruin that for me at all.
Yeah. Oh, no, I understand.
That was just something that from season 1 didn't really make sense to me coming into season 2. And now he's like asking them for help and like it is.
But I don't know, that last moment where they came and gave him that jacket and you saw the look on his face.
Yeah.
That was
kind of
good.
resonated.
I like that.
That kind of resonated from last season. So it's not like it came out of nowhere.
Sure.
But I can see what you're saying though.
Yeah. All right. So any more cons that you guys can think of?
Any more cons?
Cons?
No Skeet Ulrich. No Skeet Ulrich. That's a con of mine.
Nah, that's true.
Which you could just make the show just Skeet Ulrich doing his taxes and I'd watch it.
Oh, apparently
Yeah.
We have a new.
I wasn't crazy about the Hiram reveal. I was expecting more.
I wasn't either. I thought it was like super cartoony.
Yeah, hopefully they figure out what they're going to do with that character. Because like I said, right now, he's just like Ricardo Montalban to me. He's not like a character.
Which, hey, if they need to bring in father, Montalban.
Is he still alive?
Ricardo Montalban.
Is he still alive?
Last time I remembered.
Oh, man, that would be awesome. He was in the Spy Kids movies. He was the grandpa in the Spy Kids movie.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I just remember one scene of him being passionately angry at a butterfly.
He's always awesome.
All right,
He's always amazing.
Let's go ahead and give our rating of this episode out of 5 stars, 1 to 5. I'll give it 4 out of 5. It was a very solid first episode. Very, like, one big issue for me, one nitpick issue. Not perfect, but 4 out of 5 is one of my highest ratings. Chance?
Well, first of all, I just looked it up. Ricardo Montalban has passed. I forgot.
I thought so. Yeah, I thought so.
Rest in peace, Khan. Well,
thanks for
we need another
Hispanic
actor, which we can come up with later. Yeah, overall, some very small issues, but still very, very solid pilots.
Let me blow your mind. Let me blow your mind, Chance. Sorry. Edward James Olmos.
Uh-oh. Yes.
Oh my God! If only.
We need to get Edward James Olmos in this show in some way.
Yeah,
some way, shape, or form. I don't care how. As far as my rating, I'll go a little higher than you. I'll go a solid 4.2. I think it was a really solid episode.
4.2. Okay, Jeremy.
Yeah, I mean, I have to rate it on the Riverdale scale, like how good of a Riverdale episode was it? I can't like compare it to like Breaking Bad or something. I have to take it.
No.
I have to take it on its own terms. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a solid 4 too. I think on the Riverdale scale, it was a solid 4 out of 5.
All right. So now, right before we end, let's go into some predictions. All right. So I'll start with the big one. Who do you guys think the shooter of Fred Andrews was? Let's start with Chance. Do you have any theories?
Okay. So before the season premiere, they had like a featurette where like the producer of the show or the showrunner of the show said like the killer is someone who's familiar to the Archie universe. And I'm trying to think like
universe. Ooh, the Archie universe. So not someone who's in the show.
The only person. No, like the Archie universe. Like so, it could be someone from the comic. The person I'm thinking of, I think it could be the person who actually killed Archie in the comics, whose name escapes me. I think like I could be real bad.
What was it? Okay? Yeah, I'm not. Like, I haven't caught up on that storyline.
Well, it's from like the Life with Archie series.
The Life with Archie series. Yeah, the one where he got married and
ends
stuff.
It ends with him Archie dying.
Yeah.
Which I thought, but it's actually really done.
Yeah,
it was a really done issue.
It was real good. Yeah.
I forgot who killed him, but I think it might be that guy. But I gotta look up his
name. Kevin Keller.
No, Kevin Keller didn't kill him. The guy who shot Archie was trying to kill Kevin.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was reading wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
I was trying to fact check.
Yeah, I would have been shocked if Kevin did it. That would have been.
No, they were trying to kill Archie. They were trying to kill Kevin, but it was Archie that got shot.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's your theory?
Wait, hold on. Let me check something real quick.
Fact check.
Can you guys? Based on nothing, I'm gonna throw my theory out there about who it is, but I need to know if he's been in the show yet. I don't think he has.
Who?
Coach Cleats?
Coach Cleats? We haven't Coach Cleats. We've seen Coach Clayton, but not Coach Cleats.
All right, there's my theory. Coach Cleats. See,
Cleats.
Yeah. Why not? Hey, if Miss Grundy is sexual predator, then why can't Coach Cleats be the angry guy who's got a vendetta against Archie? Maybe he was the former football coach, and there was something that happened between the two of them before the Claytons came to town.
Oh, God.
I mean, he's a jerk in the comics.
See,
Wait, when I turn out to be right, you're all gonna be really amazed.
I'm shocked if it is.
Yeah, I'll be shocked and amazed if that's it, and I will bow down to you, Jeremy.
Yep.
He's in the Archie universe. The only guy I can think of.
See,
He is in the Archie universe.
All right.
I have two theories. One is Hiram hired somebody, so he's behind it all.
Yeah, he hired Coach Cleats. Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Coach Cleats.
But like he hired a random gunman to go and shoot.
But then why would he kill Grundy?
See, that's what I don't understand. But
she screwed Cleats. They're both faculty. Come on.
Oh, you know who it could be? It could be Grundy's abusive boyfriend that she talked about for like.
Oh, that was my other theory. That was my other theory.
That is a good theory. That's a good theory. But he's not.
Which could be someone.
Oh, okay. Problem solved. Her
he could be Coach Cleats.
Her abusive ex-boyfriend was Coach Cleats. All right, we've solved the mystery.
Yep, it was Coach Cleats.
Now we know it's in the Archie universe, and it fits in what the show has been doing.
See, that was my theory too. Is that it was Grundy's abusive ex-boyfriend, because of course she had an affair with Archie, so of course he's gonna try to find out ways to get back at Archie. And then he's like,
"Here's the thing. Here's the thing you got to remember. He put the gun to Archie's head and held it there for a while, which is pretty brutal. And we know he wasn't stealing anything. So I do think it's definitely personal.
So, yeah.
It's
got to be personal.
It's interesting because and maybe he just wants to toy with Archie because he had the gun to his head. He could have shot Archie.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah. See, another theory I have is it's one of the serpents. Because remember, because remember in season 1, Fred fired the entire, or the serpents that helped him out. Maybe it's something like a revenge vendetta. But what throws me off of that is the show has that theory, and no, the show's not going to give you that off the bat. Yeah, true. Think. Maybe it's Jughead.
Jughead's the killer.
We've seen the guy. He's a big, tall guy with blue eyes.
No, I think his eyes are green.
Or green. Green. I'm colorblind.
Jughead grew 6 inches, put on 100 pounds, and then changed his eye colors.
Hey, contacts, shoe lifts. There you go.
And a fat suit.
There we go. Yeah.
I always had this cockamamie idea that if I was going to commit a crime or something, I would wear a big fat suit, and no one would ever suspect me because I'm the skinniest guy in the world. It'd be hard to move around with that thing. You're not very mobile in a fat suit. You'd have to construct it correctly.
Yeah, right. You have to make it super lightweight.
Yeah. Okay, so any theories of how the show's going to end, or?
I have a few theories. One of my big theories is that both established couples right now will be broken up by the end of the season. And also, I think both established couples, Archie and Veronica, will be broken up by the end of the season. And then that's going to drive.
Switch.
What?
They're going to switch it.
They're going to switch? That'd be interesting.
I see Veronica with Jughead and Archie with Betty at the end of the season.
I mean, that fits because they're both Veronica. Thematically, it fits because Veronica and Jughead are both the darker versions of Archie and Betty.
Yeah,
which I thought was interesting when they flip flopped.
Yeah, and then Archie and Betty set that up for a while.
Archie's just nah, I'm gonna go bang Miss Grundy. Ugh. Yeah, and then
granted, she is hot, but
she was hot. Yeah. She was hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think both couples are gonna break up, and I think Jughead's gonna go full serpent because of that.
Ooh.
That's cool.
That's a really bold theory.
The only theory I have, because I don't really know where it's going, is that I know they're doing this new Sabrina show. Yeah. I don't know if you've heard about this, Chance. They're doing a dark, sinister version of Sabrina, and I think they're going to bring her in later in the season. And in the current run of Archie comics, Jughead and Sabrina had a thing. They went out on a date and stuff.
I have very, very strong feelings about the new Sabrina show.
Really? I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, I think it's awesome. I've been just waiting at least for the character to show up.
I mean, I'd want to see a new Sabrina show. I don't want to see those two universes connect because that means magic exists in Riverdale. And I think that could cause a whole lot of problems.
It's part of it, man. It's part of the universe.
Yeah, it's part of
the universe. It was okay when it was like, hey, 50s, I'm Archie and Veronica, and we dance. Not for this like gritty incarnation of Archie. Like,
well, I mean, as I was telling you before, they don't have to show any magic. They didn't show Flash with his powers in the Arrowverse. Just bring in Sabrina.
But then until they did. They didn't until they did.
I don't know. Maybe they can keep the more outlandish stuff to her series.
Unless you know what they did
in the Greendale.
Unless they did something with like the witchcraft religion, and or maybe like something like Chronicle, where it was like superheroes, but it was like more grounded in reality per se.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be. I mean, I think the more outlandish stuff will be on her series. I don't, the stuff that she does in Riverdale is gonna be a little more muted, but I think it's okay to have it.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to say, like if you can do, and this is gonna sound strange, if you can do grounded magic, which I know is kind of, if you can do grounded magic, I think you can make it work. I'm just really, really cautious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, originally I just thought it would have been cool if she was just like a goth chick and that was just her character.
I wanted
like that would have been rad. But now that we know they're doing the spin-off series, it's gonna be bigger.
Or like make her like a show magician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that would have pissed people off like immensely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I understand why they didn't do that.
Yeah.
I've got a big theory.
What?
Mm-hmm.
We'll find out the killer at the end of the season.
I think we'll find out sooner. I actually think we'll find out mid-season.
I think mid-season.
Really?
I don't think so. I think we might get a clue.
Are they doing 22 episodes?
Yeah, they're doing. Yeah, they get a full season this time.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna string it out that long.
They might.
But we'll see.
I think unless they pull like Arrow, because like Arrow's done that where they've held like those kind of cliffhangers for the entire season.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like that theory about Jughead becoming a full serpent. I'm not sure if they're actually going to pull the trigger on that or not, but it is a very bold theory. And I do agree with the Sabrina thing. I do feel like they're going to bring her in this season. Just maybe like a high schooler, like a new student or something like that. That's going to go.
They got to set up the show like they did. They brought in Flash.
They did like with Flash, like a backdoor pilot thing.
Yeah.
And I think she'll have like a date with Jughead and stuff because he and Eddie will be on the outs then.
At Pop Shop.
Yeah. In the comic, he like,
and the blood is still there.
Yeah, and the blood is still there.
She comes to town in the Jughead comic and is she's in a burger outfit selling like outside of Pop's diner, and that's why Jughead like falls in love with her.
The burger outfit, please?
Jughead doesn't even know what she looks like. He just falls in love with her because she's a talking burger.
Yeah,
it's pretty great.
That's the only introduction I want now.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Giant talking burger.
Yeah.
That's got to be it.
Yep. All right, guys. So that was the very first episode of the Riverdale review show. We got to get out here because we have to do them two one-on-one in the MTS movie match. So, any final thoughts on the show? You guys having fun? What, Jeremy?
I love the show. I'd be excited to talk about it more.
Sweet. Chance?
Yeah, still a legitimate fan. I can't wait to see where the season goes.
All right, so hopefully next week, same time, same channel, same people.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe to Film Nerd TV. I'm Hunter. That's Jeremy and Chance, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.